basically we travel around the United States as a Wings of Freedom tour to honor the people that flew these airplanes, that manufactured these airplanes. Yeah, this particular aircraft is a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. It was instrumental in World War II in bombing the infrastructure and the axis of Germany and its allies. This particular aircraft is painted up like the 909, which was one of the most famous aircraft in the 8th Air Force. It did 140 missions. It never lost a crew member to combat. It never had a mechanical aboard, and never missed a target 140 times out and back. It was considered the luckiest airplane in the 8th Air Force. It has 4 engines, and they're Wright Cyclone engines. They're 1,200 horsepower each. And it can fly at about 35,000 feet surface sitting on it. Usually their bomb run is about 30,000 feet.
And she has a lot of defensive armament.
Yeah, the ball turret, a top turret, a nose cheek turrets, 2 waist guns, chin turret, tail turret. At the beginning of the war, it had a gun in the radio operator's room. They took it out when they started doing the staggered formation.
Here we are. We're gonna go see that machine.
I'm going in the B-17.
Tell me a reaction that people have when they see this aircraft.
Well, I think the first reaction is they can't believe how big it is, and then they can't believe how small it is inside the aircraft. But it has 12 guns on it, machine guns on it, 50 calibers, each barrel holds 600 rounds. Non-pressurized, non-heated. They were on oxygen after about 10,000 feet. They pretty much stayed in their positions. You can see how small it is in there.
Must be getting shorter.
Yeah.
Behind me is a North American P-51 Mustang. It was built in 1943 in Dallas, Texas. It's one of only 7 in existence of the early, what we call the birdcage models with the clamshell canopy. I've flown a lot of airplanes personally, and I've never flown a nicer airplane. It's balanced. It does what you tell it. It's very aerobatic. It's honest, stable. It just responds well to the controls. It's the airplane that escorted the bombers all the way to Berlin and all the way to Tokyo. It soldiered on into Korea, and the Dominican Republic actually retired their fleet in 1984, so it was the longest serving piston fighter built.
Well, this is the first time I ever flown in a fighter plane. It's absolutely worth every penny of it. This guy is a real pleasure to fly with.
Nice flying with you.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
I had a great time.
Good.